Mr. Ford is a man of education. He has learned by meditation, thought, and experimentation that man has no limitations within reason beyond those he sets up in his own mind. Mr. Ford has achieved more than most men because he has removed the limitations by which most men permit their minds to be bound. Henry Ford was reared on a farm. He laid the foundation for his abiding faith by observing the orderly, organized fashion in which nature moves. Looking up into the sky, he saw the millions of stars and planets moving in space with order and precision. He gathered from what he saw the conclusion that nature works always with a purpose, producing from the soil everything that a man needs, and that the production is abundant and efficient. When the Depression got underway, Mr. Ford observed, as any other man who thinks might have done, that there was no depression in the realm of nature. He saw the same sun shining down on the earth, warming the roots of the grass, and causing the seed in the ground to germinate. He saw that nature went ahead with her business in 1930 and 1931, precisely as she had done prior to the Wall Street crash. From these observations, Mr. Ford deduced the fact that business depressions are man-made. From past experience, he knew that whatever man makes, he can unmake. Because he saw and believed, Henry Ford went right ahead with his business, knowing that the storm of the Depression would pass, and that harmony would come out of the chaos when men had regained their sense of balance. And we all know that he guessed right. It is impossible to defeat the man who has an abiding faith. If one plan fails, he will create another to take its place, knowing that it was only the plan that had failed. The man who has this faith is educated, no matter if he ever saw the inside of a schoolhouse. Henry Ford knows, as few men know, that all success is based upon confidence and faith. He also knows that the prolonged business depression grew out of man's loss of these two prerequisites of success. Those who criticize Henry Ford might well spend their time studying and emulating him instead, despite the fact that he has many shortcomings. There was a time when I, like others, was inclined to criticize him. Now I am trying in my humble way to apply to my calling some of the principles that have made Henry Ford one of the most conspicuous figures in the entire history of American industry. Of all the men who have accumulated great fortunes in America, I know of none from whose record of achievement one may learn more than from Ford. To me, he is one of the two most interesting men in the world, the other being Mahatma Gandhi, the East Indian patriot. Incidentally, Mr. Ford and the Mahatma have many qualities in common, among them abiding faith. Through his great capacity for faith, Gandhi has induced over 200 million people to coordinate their minds in a spirit of enduring harmony. That is an achievement the world has never before seen. Faith is a rare quality. All who have it are worthy of study and emulation. More than once during his career, Mr. Ford has had to match talents with men who represented combined power through wealth. Every time, he has come out on top. His faith has always proved to be stronger than other men's cunning. Some of the Wall Street bankers have had occasion to remember this from their experience with Mr. Ford. He has held his own, despite the efforts of shrewd men to rob him of his business, because he had faith in his ability to do so. Henry Ford has met with defeat many times, but always he has armed himself with the knowledge gained by defeat. Out of that knowledge, he has constructed a bulwark of self-defense, which, so far, no man or group of men has been able to penetrate. Any man may become great by doing the commonplace things of life, in a great spirit, with a genuine desire to be of helpful service to others, regardless of his calling. Chapter 24. Woo! Decision. Henry Ford has taught me the value of prompt and definite decision. By comparing his methods with those of other men, I have observed that men who are slow to reach decisions, and quick to modify them if and when they are made, seldom achieve noteworthy success in any calling. I have learned from Mr. Ford's methods this axiom: when in doubt, do something, even if it is no more than to walk around the block and think what to do. Inspired by the stupendous activities of Henry Ford, I have learned that indecision is one of the major causes of much of the misery that people experience. That indecision leads to disappointment and self-imposed punishment which one experiences from no other cause. Indecision in the time of emergency destroys whatever capacity one may possess for leadership. Shortly after the Depression began, I saw signs of indecision among leaders in practically every business and profession. Men who under normal circumstances would act quickly and definitely pulled the covers over their heads and quaked, doing nothing. They apparently adopted as their motto, when in doubt, do nothing. The man who reaches decisions quickly probably makes more mistakes than the man who reaches them slowly. He certainly makes more mistakes than the man who never reaches a decision. Let it be remembered in his behalf, however, that the man of quick and definite decision can make mistakes in 9 out of every 10 decisions and still accomplish immeasurably greater results in the 10th decision than the man who either reaches no decision or permits others to decide for him. What is a decision? It is a completed thought.